Night one of the Las Vegas Summer League is in the books. We saw the Cooper Flagg debut, and shout out to the NBA for organizing Cooper Flagg versus Bronny James in primetime night one. Came down to the wire, and we even got a Bronny James game winner that grazed the backboard with a chance to win the game late. I don't know how enthralled you were by these hoops, but I will say before I throw it to you, I love Summer League. I know you can make jokes at its expense, and I'm making jokes about it, but like, to me, if you're a college basketball fan, you get to watch some actual desperate hoops from guys that are trying to play for their careers and view this as a big opportunity. And at the time of year where we don't have a lot of basketball going on, I really do love watching Summer League. And I think you can find some serious takeaways from this. So we saw Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen for the first time. We saw Terrence Shannon Jr. have a great night. Joan Berenger looked really good in his debut. All around the league, there were good and bad performances on night one in Vegas. Where would you like to start with your takeaways from night one in Summer League?
I want to start with Bronny. I want to start with Bronny. He had a rough showing. I think Bronny's better than he gets credit for. I really like Bronny's game. I think he's going to find a role in the league. I thought he looked good in the California Classic or whatever that Warriors thing is. But I think this one was a rough showing. Um, Dalton Connect, I'm slowly becoming out on, and I know they're not the big ones, but the person I was most impressed with was Jeremiah Fears. Smooth,
Whoa.
smooth game. Gets to his spots whenever, has that wiggle. Like, obviously, he struggled a little bit, but the vision for what he's going to be, I think, popped the most.
Yeah, he didn't have the best night, so I'm a little surprised by that. But I mean, visually, you're right. It just kind of looked starry at some point.
Yeah.
I thought the Pelicans in general, like Derek Queen, had a good box score game, but Berenger had him in hell. 6 blocks. It was interesting.
So I thought Baron J looked great too. But I've always said this. I don't necessarily want my guys to look phenomenal in summer league. I want them to work on stuff and try stuff that they don't normally do. And I feel
Right.
like if Jeremiah Fears wanted to hit for 30 last night, he could have. But I think he was trying to develop his game and work on stuff because he knows, like, hey, I'm playing against a bunch of dudes that ain't really NBA guys. I need to develop my game. And when he really wanted to get to where he wanted to get to, I don't think anybody in any of the games got to their spots easier.
That's probably fair. That's probably fair. All right, we got to talk Cooper Flagg before we go any further on this. Cooper Flagg was the main event, and that's his nickname. I didn't mean to do that, but like he was truly the guy that everyone wanted to see on night one. Respectfully to some of the other names we've named, he's number one pick for a reason, and he's actually playing. I mean, Dylan Harper didn't play yet in summer league. VJ Edgecombe has bowed out of summer league, as far as I know at this point. So maybe
Wow.
he'll re-return. I don't know, but he didn't play for the Sixers on night one. So yeah, I don't know. It felt like there were a lot of the big name guys that were just like, yeah, no, thank you tonight. Cooper Flagg instead, like, yeah, this is my debut. I'm playing the Lakers. It's on ESPN. Let's go. And they even kept cutting to him with his newly trimmed goatee. And I feel like you could tell he was a little anxious, a little nervous beforehand. A lot of coaches coming by and kind of tapping him, like, you good, Coop, you good. Coop was not good in this game. Coop was 5 for 21 from the floor, 0 for 5 from three. He finished with 10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block. I will say he made his presence felt defensively
Yeah.
pretty much the entire night. Like he even stuff that doesn't show up in the box score, people were afraid of his rim protection and kept kind of ducking away from the rim. The Mavs ultimately beat the Lakers, but Coop was the only guy on his team with a minus box score plus minus in this game in the starting lineup. No, excuse me, I'm reading that wrong. Miles Kelly was -9, but like Nemhard was +6, McLaughlin off the bench +13, Cooper Flagg -1 in his debut on a night he went 5 for 21 from the floor. Are you concerned about Cooper Flagg at all based on his debut?
Truthfully, no, because I wasn't in the camp of Coop being like a superstar in the NBA, like one of the 5 to 10 best players in the league. I think Coop's a high level all star that's going to be one of the best defenders in the league. But I've always kind of felt like Coop was going to struggle offensively. The only fear I have with it is why were you nervous for a summer league game? Like this is where you should be the guy. You should have that swag, like element of it that I saw from a Jeremiah Fears. So that would be my only takeaway that's like slightly negative on it. But I think he kind of just showed what I already kind of felt when it came to his game. I think he's going to be a great player in the league. I think he's going to be a guy that could be a number one on teams. I think you're going to be best if he's your number two and he's your best defensive player. I've always felt that, and I think he just kind of showed that tonight or last night.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how he bounces back because my interpretation of this, I thought Coop played this game differently than I ever saw him play at Duke. And I watched pretty much every game at Duke. Coop came out looking to score way more than he ever did at Duke. It just wasn't his game. I mean, he was their leading scorer. He was great, but all of his scoring was very cerebral at Duke. It didn't feel forced. It didn't feel like, let me go get mine. It was much more like, I'm just going to get transition dunks off of defense and I'll finish plays. I'll hit my open shots. And if you really need one, I can ISO a little bit. But God, the amount of times he took like 21 shots at Duke cannot have been that much. And part of that was just because you had Khan, you had Sion, you had good college players that were there to score. This Maverick Summer League roster stinks. I want to start there. I mean, Ryan Nembhard's good, but outside of Ryan Nembhard and Coop, like they did not exactly surround these guys with very, I don't know, much intrigue from players that could potentially make the roster. I think Coop has been instructed, like, dog, go out and score, work on your scoring, see what you can do. And I like that he came out aggressive, but also to your point, that's just not his game, Dion. Like, if this is the approach that Cooper Flagg is going to take to Summer League, I fear that we are going to see more 5 for 21 nights before this Summer League ends. But I'm not concerned about it for who he is in the NBA because he won't do this in the NBA. When he's in between Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis, he's not going to take 21 shots ever. With that said, the one concerning thing from Cooper Flagg that did scare me a lot here, he has to get something other than that stupid spin move. And every time he's in the clutch at Duke, he did the same move. It never worked. They lost in the Final Four. He had a bunch of turnovers early in the season. And in this game, down one with 40 seconds left, ISO Cooper Flagg, spin move, back middle, fade away, air ball. He has nothing with that move. He's got to work on something. But again, it's good for him that he's in Dallas with a point guard who's going to have the ball in his hands when healthy every time so that Coop can just be the cerebral complementary piece, you know? Today's video is sponsored by LabCorp On Demand. Card, do you take care of yourself?
I try my best to, yeah.
Like not just treat yourself to expensive meals, but like you go to the doctor and things like that?
No, I just take care of myself. There's no need to go to the doctor unless I'm not taking care of myself, right?
Are you afraid of the doctor, Card?
Just a little bit. I mean, if nothing's wrong, why would I go there?
Listen, I'm the same way, and so are millions of men across America. But that's why LabCorp On Demand is helping millions of people like us. With their men's health test, you can get a comprehensive look at your hormone levels, your total testosterone, and you don't even have to go to the doctor. It's easy, and you get the results the next day.
Testosterone, is that a big thing?
It's a really important thing, Cart. Sometimes you can feel off without even knowing something's wrong. But LabCorp On Demand wants to keep you healthy and wants to make it as easy as possible. Right now, you can get 20% off your men's health test by visiting our sponsor at tryelco.com/sleepersmedia. It's simple, affordable, and honestly, it's empowering to know that you're healthy and have this info about your body.
Didn't know that testosterone did all those things. I'm gonna have to take the guesswork out of this and go get my health checked out today using LabCorp On Demand.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think they're trying to see what he is, right? And it's not going to happen day one because he's going to develop. We're like 4 to 5 years away from having any idea who Cooper Flagg is officially at the NBA level. But I think they're trying to get a glimpse of it. I personally don't think he's that number one option in the league. I think he's a more of a Pascal Siakam type role, but way better defender, borderline all NBA guy. Don't get me wrong, but like I just don't think he's a number one option. I think Dallas is giving him the opportunity in the summer league, go be the number one option. See how you size up against dudes that have similar athleticism to you. Obviously, you're going to be playing against much better players in the NBA, but use this opportunity to figure out what moves you have. Because like you said, he just has the stupid spin. So it's like he needs to figure out what moves work at the NBA level, and Dallas has given him that opportunity. I think he's going to struggle tremendously within this role in the summer league, and that's okay. Like I said, I don't really want my guys being that great in the summer league. I prefer they work on their game. I don't think Coop is that number one option in the NBA, but it's clear he's trying stuff. He's trying to be different. He's trying to work on what's going wrong. Same way Jeremiah Fears was. I don't really have any fear for what happened here because I, the players that play the best in summer league, we don't ever talk about them 5, 6 months down the line.
Yeah. All right. Other quick notes from me from night one summer league. The Brooklyn Nets 4 point guards that can't shoot experiment started. And Danny Wolf, Yegor Demon, Ben Saraf, and Nolan Traore combined to go 6 for 20 from the floor, 3 for 12 from three. And I believe combined they finished with, let's see, I'm adding it up on the fly, 11 turnovers to 7 assists. So turns out surrounding a bunch of pass only guys with no shooters just leads to no scoring because no one wants to shoot the ball. Danny Wolf was 0 for 5 from the floor, 0 for 3 from three, 4 turnovers to 2 assists. Pretty on brand start for him with what I expected. Yegor Demon, 0 assists. You know how hard it is for Yegor Demon to have 0 assists in a basketball game? Not that hard if you get 3 other Yegor Demons in your draft class. I'm still so mad about this. Quickly, the last note I want to touch on. Did you see Jace's debut at all? Jace Richardson with the Magic?
Yeah, I think Jace is the most summer league ready guy that was in this draft class.
Interesting. Okay. Does that mean we're going to downplay anything that looks good from him a little bit?
No, no. I just think he knows how to play basketball on a
Sure.
level no one else does. And I think you're seeing a lot of guys learn how to play the game. Jace already knows how to play it.
So he got hurt. He got hurt in this game. And I would actually say, I know there's two very different camps on Jace. I've been in the camp of he's really good, shut up. I don't care if he's 5'11, he's going to be fine. And then there's the camp that's like he's way too small to actually be good in the NBA. I would say both camps think they were right after this performance because Jace came out 10 seconds into his career, got an outlet pass, dribbled down, did a crossover step back, used a screen, and hit a three. 10 seconds in, bang, it was good. On the night, he continued his superb efficiency stuff. 5 for 8 from the floor, 2 for 3 from three. Got to the free throw line once and didn't miss. He's just good and efficient. That's what he is. You leave the kid open, he will do it. Anything he got at the rim in this game was downhill to his left hand because no one can stop him from getting downhill to his left hand. And even though he's small, he has all these weird finishes. The problem is, and I was ready to victory lap this because he looked great early. Problem is he got hurt because he's small. I mean, he got banged up once on one play and came out and was like, I can't do this. I need 7 minutes, and went to the locker room, I believe, and then came back out and finished the game. So I will say it's interesting. They're running him at point guard here. They're playing him pure point guard, which I think is good for his development. I want to see if he can do it. He only had 1 assist in this game, so he didn't look all that comfortable with it yet. But I think you saw the skill stuff that I think will already translate, and then you saw the physical stuff that people are worried about become a factor too.
Yeah, I mean, he has to play point guard to survive in the NBA. He's too small to play the two. And I think that's part of like what happened last night too in terms of the injury stuff. Obviously, you don't want to wish injury upon anybody or expect it, but like that's an element he's going to have to develop physically is how to take on the wear and tear that comes with an 82 game schedule with other like freak athletes as well. But like I said, he has more skills and knows how to play the game in a way that I don't think anybody that was in this draft class, Cooper Flagg included, does. Definitely Ace Bailey included, by the way, does. And I think he that's going to translate early and often, not just in summer league, but also during the regular season. He's going to play his way onto the court for the Magic. I don't think he's going to be guaranteed those minutes right away, but he's going to play his way onto the court.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree. We'll see what happens. But it was an interesting start for Jace, for sure, with the split opinions on him and all that. More Summer League to come. We will have updates. I don't know how much we're going to cover this like day to day, but certainly come back and revisit some of our favorite players along the way with their performances. This video is brought to you by NBA 2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's. That's New
New
York.
York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video.